What's up, guys? It's your boy Anthony, and guess what? We are back. We are back. It's time to get some more World of Dreams in. I said I was gonna start at 10, and we're here. Are you surprised? I'm consistently streaming again. Don't expect it again, cause it's only happening for this game. Cause this is like it again, cause it's only happening for this game. Oh, but I'm gonna just hurry up and get into this. I'm trying to see what happens next. For real. Oh right, we were in the club. Right. Hopefully I end up seeing my buddy again. Highly doubt it, but we'll see. If he even gets a notification, cause you know how YouTube is. Alright, let's get into this. Oh, I just woke up, so hopefully I'll be in okay voice acting shape. Well, I say okay voice acting shape, but like, the voices I have for these characters are terrible. But, can't really blame me, I can't really. I'm no voice actor, man. You know? But anyway. Okay. What was my history from this point? I know it was Ye that we saw and we knocked into the door. Okay, right. Alright. I peek in, acting as if I'm not sure I'm in the right place. Natsuki and Yuri are sitting at two desks that have been turned towards one another, each holding a small pale green booklet. Honestly, it's actually very surprising. I didn't think they'll be, I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't have been interacting like this. Cause, I mean, they haven't in the base game, but, no. I mean, it is supposed to be different, so who knows. Alright. Excuse me, sorry for interrupting, but is this a literature club? The girls exchange a look for a brief moment, then Yuri stands up and faces me a bit nervously. Yes, that is correct. Oh, good. Oh, that's good. I wasn't sure I had the right place. Hey, I remember you from this morning. Oh, have you two met already? Natsuki freezes. I immediately jump in. I accidentally ran into her this morning on my way to class. Oh, I see. Well, welcome to the Literature Club. I'm the Vice President, Yoshika Yuri. This is one of my... oh god, her name. This is one of our members, I can't pronounce that. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this now. If I can't pronounce a word, I'm just skipping it. I'm not even gonna worry about if they say Murray, whatever, or Yoshika, I don't care. I'm saying whatever name I can, just to make this faster. This is one of our members, Natsuki. I'm Meiji. Nice to meet you officially. Ah, yes, of course. Wait, did you guys meet already? We talked a little bit at lunch about her book. Oh. I looked around the room as if looking for a third person. By the way, I'm gonna just say Monica, because I know it's Monica. Our president? How do you know her? Well, she was the one who told me about this club earlier. Really? I was unaware that she was considering bringing in new members. Well, I'm just here to check the club out, that's all. Sorry if I disappointed you. Huh? Why would we just be disappointed? Okay, that's not the response I was expecting. I mean, from what she told me, you're one member short of being an official club, right? I'm guessing that's why she asked. Psh, so she asked you? Why? Not sure, really. I mean, we were in the same class last year, but that's basically the only way I know her. Well, even if you are just visiting, as Vice President, it is my duty to welcome you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I suppose you're welcome. You're welcome, I suppose. I'm sorry Monica isn't here today, but she told me she wasn't feeling well and that she was staying home today. Oh. Sorry I missed her. I'll tell her you stopped by after the club meeting's over. In the meantime, would you like some tea? Sir, today is certainly a day for it. I indicate the raining outside with a small smile. Ooh, indeed it is. And now it is indeed. I'll go find some water and be right back. Saying Yuri saying that Yuri grabs the hot water heater and rushes out the classroom, leaving me alone with Natsuki. That's the proper sentence. So, the atmosphere gets intense just then, and I'm not entirely sure what else I could say. I've never had this happen to me before. But, no, however, before I could try again, Natsuki speaks up. Hey, listen, about earlier today, with the milk and energy bars. If you still think you owe me anything, you really don't. That's not it, dummy. I feel a small bit of relief from this exchange. It feels more normal than anything else that's been going on lately. I just wanted to thank you. And make you promise not to tell anybody about it, okay? Right, I promise. Good, you better. I nodded in affirmation. Suddenly I hear someone's stomach growling. Yeah? Natsuki's face goes beet red and she looks away. I smile a bit and reach down into Meji's backpack, pulling out some food I had gotten from the vending machines earlier. Here, take whatever ones you like. Natsuki looks at me again, frowning in suspicion. Is there something wrong? Meiji, correct me if I'm wrong, but she didn't really readily accept the cookie when I bought for her last time. No, you're right. She did pretty much dig into that cookie. Oh, hey, you're back. I was wondering if you were gonna be here. I was like, I wonder if my buddy's gonna be here. It's like, I don't think he will be, considering, YouTube and the notification system, but I mean, we'll see. And you showed up. Oh wow. That's wow, perfect timing then. I mean, it's whatever. You didn't really miss much. I didn't really get anywhere. Like, what? Well, actually, I started like not even 2 minutes in the stream actually, but I mean, nothing really happened honestly. Everything, for the most part, still seems to be the same as it was in the demo, if I'm remembering correctly. But I don't know. I wonder why. She looks down at the bars I've laid out on the desk in front of her, then she looks back at me. Why? What do you want out of me? Suddenly she brings her hands over her chest, almost in a protective gesture. You don't want to do that, do you? Oh God. Wait, what? God. Oh God, no. No. I shake my head, looking horrified. What the hell kind of experience does this Natsuki have that her mind immediately goes to that? Did the scrub corrupt everyone's libido this time? That wasn't my intention at all, I swear. Anthony, do you think her dad or someone has been... Oh God, I certainly hope not. Or anyone else for that matter. Yeah, same here. Hey, stop spacing out on me and just tell me what you want. I look back up at Natsuki. Look, Natsuki, I was just trying to help. I promise. She doesn't move for what seems like minutes, but it's probably only a few seconds. Finally, she reaches over and grabs the nearest candy bar. Okay, I was about to say cat nibble, but no, I don't even know what that is. I was about to say, is that some off? It probably is some off-brand. Oh wait, that is okay. Yeah, of course it's off-brand. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Not quickly she opens it, just like the milk earlier. She sniffs. Well, it didn't even say whatever. Sniffs hesitantly at the bar. Finally, she breaks off a piece and eats it. I open a small bag of chips and slowly begin eating. When she nibbles on the chocolate-covered wafer bar, I see Natsuki looking at me with a lingering bit of suspicion in her eyes. Thankfully, Yuri comes back just then. Yes, it does. Yes, it does mean exactly what you think it means. I'm sure it means exactly that. Sorry for the wait. She looks at what Natsuki and I are doing. Where did you get the food? I bought them earlier. Sorry, is there no eating allowed in this classroom? No, that's not it. I pull out a small maca cake and hand it out for Yuri. If you want some, I don't mind. I brought too much this morning anyway. Yuri looks down at the cakes, then back up at me with a curious expression. Are you sure? Of course, be my guest. You've prepared tea for me, it's the least I can do. Yuri smiles at me gratefully. Thank you very much then. She takes the cake and opens it, taking a big bite and clearly enjoying it. Yuri then walks over to the closet and begins gathering the tea set and placing it on the shelves against the back wall. Silence falls, and the only sound at the moment is Yuri's preparation of the tea. I nervously pat my lap, trying to think of something to say. Natsuki looks slightly nervous, looking at the window mostly, giving me suspicious glances. Finally, I clear my throat. So, what were you reading before I came in? Natsuki looks over at me, startled out of whatever train of thought she was having. Oh, here. She shoves one of the books forward. I gingerly pick it up and read the title. American Short Stories. Huh, alright. Which one were you reading? A Horseman in the Sky. Isn't that the same story they read last time? You're right. That's a bit encouraging, isn't it? We'll see. Really? Why that one? It's the one Monica chose for us to read this weekend for discussion. Natsuki says this with what almost sounds like derision. I guess that's how you pronounce that. I wanted to read something else. Now, Natsuki, there's no need for that. Yuri returns with a tea set and places it on a nearby desk. She pours tea in 3 cups and hands one to me and Natsuki. We all agreed on this story. I know it's not a manga like you. Yuri! Natsuki looks simultaneously embarrassed and angry. I said that wrong order. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh. Yuri looks immediately flustered. Something wrong with manga? I mean, I read manga too. It might not be what most people consider literature, but they tell stories, don't they? Well, yeah, they do. See, Yuri, I'm not the only one who thinks manga is literature. I never said it wasn't. I simply said it wasn't my medium of choice. Oh. Well, at least there's someone in this school who knows the truth. I smile a bit at this exchange. It feels pretty normal to me. Anyway, what's the story about? Yuri looks up with a sudden renewed excitement, almost like the excitement she showed earlier in the cafeteria. Ah, it's a story set in the American Civil War. The protagonist is a Union soldier named Carter Drowse. Drowse? I guess Drowse. I don't fucking know. Hiding in the bush where he spies a Confederate horseman. The story follows his train of thought as he contemplates firing on the soldier, but he hesitates for a moment. The author also utilizes some flashbacks to Carter's time with his family. When he joined the Union, his father called him a traitor and encouraged him to follow what he perceived his duty to be. It ends with Carter shooting the horseman. Oh God, that face. That I don't know. I feel like this face is, which one is more creepier? This face or the face or her other face? Either one of her creepy faces. I feel like I find this more creepy. She suddenly pauses, looking apprehensive, a chuckle and nod. I don't mind spoilers for this, go ahead. Oh, thank you. The Confederate horseman was actually Carter's father in the end, hence the hesitation. Wow. Okay. That's... wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. Wow. Okay. Whoa. Damn. That's pretty... well... cut and dry in my opinion. Yuri and I both paused and turned to Natsuki. Oh, how so? Think about it. They're enemies in the war. It's kill or be killed. Doesn't matter if you're family. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is Natsuki possibly hating her father talk. If I'm being honest. That just shows more red flags that something's going on. But I mean, I feel like that would be obvious. Because everything is not going well, even more so than Act 1. Like how it always has in Act 2. I respectfully disagree. I believe that Carter's inner struggles are meant to be interpreted as a lesson in the relationship between father and son. Intrigued, I lean forward, teen hand. How so? Even Natsuki looks a bit curious, if still stubborn. As I understand this story, Carter and his father actually parted amicably, despite the father. Oh, these words. Oh my God, my English ain't good, man. My primary language is English, but I still can't English good, man. Like, come on. Vehemently? I don't know. Disagreeing with his son's choice of army. However, since the mother was on her deathbed, they actually agreed not to tell her and hoped to reconcile in the future. There are many themes at work in this short story, but the main themes are in the contrast between familial relationships and duty. Carter decided that sparing his father's life would have killed many more people in the end, and in this case, duty won out. I still think that it's too wordy for my taste. Is it so hard to make your point without all these fanciness? Don't say it, Yuri. I know what you're gonna say already. Awkward. No shit. As I watch the interaction between the two, I begin noticing a slight tension I don't remember before. Yes, they had different viewpoints and had the argument last time around, but the tension wasn't this bad. I don't know why I didn't sense it before. Maybe I was just hoping against hope. I don't know, what is that? Hoping against hope? And deluding myself? Or maybe it's why, or maybe it's this way because Sayori or even Monica isn't here to interject and try to placate them. Guess that's my job, at least for today. Sounds like an interesting read. The girls both turn their attention towards me. Yuri looks a bit relieved by the distraction, and Natsuki's irritated look softens ever so slightly. I'm sorry, I don't have a third copy to share with you. It's not that cumbersome of a read and wouldn't take you that long. It's alright. Here, you can borrow my copy. Natsuki shoves her book towards me. Wait, are you sure? Yeah. I've actually got some other work to do before the club is over. I didn't even use the right one. You still here, my guy? I'm assuming you're watching it back. Since you were late. I'm gonna get me something to drink real quick. Cause I'm thirsty as shit. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Why did they keep saying that? It's so saying something. It should be saying that she grabs her bag and walks over to the back of the classroom near the closet, sits at the back of the desk and begins her work. I look at Yuri curiously. If you're not interested in reading it, no, it's alright. I don't mind taking some time to read. Yuri nods and opens up her own copy of the book. I look down and open the book Natsuki handed me. Oh, wait. As it turns out, the story is a relatively short read, but if a bit complicated. It's not something I normally read, but it's definitely entertaining enough to keep me engaged. I eventually finished, then put the book down. Seeing this, Yuri looks at me curiously. So, what did you think of it? It was definitely entertaining to me. You'd have to give me more time to process what I just read. Plus, I'm sure since this was originally written in English, things got lost in translation. Ooh, indeed they do. She holds up her copy of the story collection, and I notice it's in English. Without thinking, I read out the title. Anthony, no! What? Oh, fuck. Why? Why do you have to make that face? Why do you have to make that face at me? I don't like that face. I don't. Let me not save it. I was about to save just so I periodically, but no, let me not save it on that. Ugh, let me not. No, fuck. Yuri's expression is suddenly very intense, but only for a moment. Her gentle smile returns with a hint of excitement. Do you speak English, Mr. Chizu? She says that in flawless English. Her tone is almost hopeful. Fuck, how do I cover this up? Looking at the title in Japanese of the Japanese book, I see to my dismay the title isn't quite the same. I stumble over my words trying to make it sound as if I was speaking broken English. I speak English very little. I switch back to Japanese. I'm not the best student at it. And yet you recognize the title instantly. Damn it. Yeah, well, God, if you're out there, I could really use a distraction. Of course, my luck isn't that good. Yuri just goes on. You used a curse word? Alright, Maz, ban him. Maz, crush his nuts. English program here isn't the most ideal one. I've actually heard that Taishio High has a stellar English program. I almost applied there. Really? It's not much of a distraction, but if I play my cards right, maybe I can get her to talk about a bit about herself. What's Taishio High? The only other high school in the city. It's a college prep school. Oh, thanks. I would have gone, but the cost to attend is almost twice that of Sakura Academy. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Not that Sakura Academy is bad. Education is bad in any sense, of course. I just wish their English language program was better. That's fair, yeah. I looked down at the book still in my hands, remembering that it's still there. Oh, pardon me, but I should probably return this to Natsuki. Of course. And by the way, thank you for letting me check this club out at least. Of course. I do hope you join. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna have to think about it and perhaps visit it again this week. I'm sure Monica would be delighted. Yuri's smile seems pretty genuine enough, but I'm still on a bit on edge as to how she reacted to my careless mistake. But yeah, now that I'm past that creepy face, and I can save the game, I just want to save periodically in case I have that, something like that fast forwarding going back fiasco again. I stand and walk over to Natsuki, where Natsuki's sitting with a thick book open. As I walk up, I grow confused since she has a sheet of paper and pencil out as she reads, her eyebrows furled up in frustration. I slow down as to not startle her with my approach. I gently clear my throat. Pardon me, Natsuki. Startled, she looks at me. Huh? Oh, it's you. Need something? I keep my grin to myself. I was just returning this. I held out the book. Natsuki looks at it and then looks at me. You read the whole story already? Damn, you're fast. She takes it from me and puts it in her school bag. Thanks for letting me borrow it for today. Oh, sure. She nods at me in an almost distracted way as she focuses more on what's in front of her. I start to leave, then fake a double take. Not hard to fake, actually. Seems like Natsuki is actually doing homework. The workbook she has open is the standard math book for the school. Natsuki's eyebrows are furrowed as she focuses on one problem in particular. I'm not the best at math, to be honest. Anytime during the week I've had a math class, I've always asked Meiji to help. He's not exactly the best either, but he's better than I am currently. That problem she's stuck on incorporates stuff that we learned last year. Easy stuff too. At least easy now. That makes sense. Do you mind? I'm trying to work here. Sorry. It's just that you're approaching that problem all wrong. Who asked you? I raise my hands up defensively and back away without another word. I go back to my other seat sit down, Yuri is too engrossed in her own book to notice my return. Not wanting to disturb her, I quietly rummage through Meiji's backpack looking for anything literature related. I don't have any homework that I can do currently, since I have a habit of doing it during class when the lecture is going on. Okay, I was about to say, I thought I heard, whatchamacallit? Okay, my bad. I was checking something in Discord. Most of the teachers in this school can take too long to teach the main topics, something I'm very much used to in college. Not finding anything, I decided to quietly stand and look in the closet for anything. I quietly walk past the concentrating Natsuki and take a quick glance at the bookshelves. Aside from Natsuki's manga, most of the books appear to be mostly school-related. Workbooks, study guides, and more fill the shelves. The boxes on the floor are more of the same. I sigh quietly and head back to the desk. As I'm passing Natsuki, I take a very quick glance at her work. She's apparently still stuck in the problem she's still apparently stuck in the same problem she was working on when I gave her the book back. As I begin to turn away, she throws her pen down in frustration. "Damn it, why is this so hard?" she murmurs to herself. I pause and look back at her. If you're having issues, just skip it and come back later. No one asked you. Unlike before, though, Natsuki sounds more defeated and less antagonistic. Would you like some help? We've just covered this type of problem in class. At least the new stuff. She looks away, a stubborn frown plastered on her face. At the corner of my eye, I see Yuri lower a book and glance over at us. Why? Natsuki looks at me sharply. Why do you want to help me? The look in her eyes is a mixture of confusion, stubbornness, and suspicion. Because it looked like you were struggling, but if you don't want any help, I go quiet as Natsuki looks back down at her book, looking over anything. Her fists clench in frustration. She looks back up at me. I would appreciate the help. Is everything alright over here? Slightly nervous, Yuri walks over. What's the problem? Math problem. Oh, I can help you. Yuri looks down at the workbook. Do you want help? I can see a bit of the stubbornness returning, but before she can say anything, I chime in. There's never any shame in asking for help. Fine. Let's actually go back to the other desk so I can move a third one. So I'll move a third one so I can sit. Natsuki begrudgingly grabs her belongings and walks back over to the desk. I grab a third desk and move it over so Yuri is on my left and Natsuki is on my right. Yuri reaches down into her bag, brings out her copy of the math book. I do the same and bring up my answer sheet. Thank you. Natsuki says this quietly and in a subdued and embarrassed tone. Not a problem. I wouldn't be a good vice president if I didn't allow club time to cut into your studies. Natsuki sits slowly and opens her book. So what are you stuck on exactly? For the rest of the club time, Yuri and I, but more Meiji than me, help explain to Natsuki the basic principles of the problem she was having issues understanding. As it turns out, it's nearly all of them. Okay? I grow increasingly concerned as I know Natsuki is smarter than she thinks herself to be. If anything, her poems are evidence of her intelligence. I'm actually quite surprised as Yuri's manner of teaching. The way she explains the concepts we're reviewing aren't just helpful to Natsuki, but they help me remember my older math lessons more clearly. I breathe inner sighs of relief when I see Natsuki's eyes light up and further understanding as the concepts click for her. I make a small note to bring more food in for her, reminding myself to come up with realistic excuses so she doesn't think I'm stalking her. Eventually, Yuri pulls out a small, battered pocket watch. She looks at it, then over at the wall clock at the front of the room. Oh my, it's getting late. We really should end the club meeting. She turns to me with a small smile. Jisoo-san, thank you for stopping by to observe our club. I promise it isn't always like this. She lowers her voice for that last sentence, looking over at Natsuki with a concerned look. No problem. Will you come again? I know you said you were still just observing, but still. She trails off. I might come again, who knows? Alright, I'll let Monica know of your interest in our club. Thank you. I then raise my voice and address the two girls. It was my pleasure to meet both of you. If I do join, I look forward to getting to know the two of you a bit better. Well, even if you're a boy, I guess I could tolerate you in the club. Natsuki. Fair enough. You need any help cleaning up? Eh? Yuri looks around the room. Aside from the rearranged desks, some crumbs around them, and the tea set, the classroom seems pretty clean. I don't mind helping. I walk over to the closet and grab the broom and dustpan. Do they not clean up? They seem so surprised, like, I don't know. Please let me do that. It's my duty after all. She walks over to me, looking at the broom and dustpan nervously, then back at me. Yeah, just give up there, Chizu. She gets stubborn like this sometimes. Natsuki! I put the broom and dustpan on a nearby desk and raise my hands in surrender. Far be it from me to step on the duties of the vice president, but are you sure? I am, but I'm grateful for the offer. I can certainly handle a small task such as this. Well, if you're sure, thank you for having me. And I'm sorry I came unannounced. It's quite alright. Thank you for stopping by, and see you later, hopefully. Natsuki is already heading towards the door, and she turns and gives a polite nod towards Yuri. Yuri smiles softly at the blonde soon before focusing on the task of cleaning. I walk out mere moments after Natsuki. Natsuki and I walk down the now empty corridors towards the stairs. At the corner of my eye, I could see her looking back at me is in a poor attempt at being sneaky. Hey Anthony, what's up? Was it such a good idea to leave Yuri alone in the room like that? What with her problem? I know what you're getting at, but I also don't want to come off as stalkerish right off the bat. We can't be too careful here. I mean, wouldn't you want to not come off as stalkerish, like, in general? Now that you mention it, that does sound pretty reasonable. But I'd like to check the script when we get home, at least. That's fair. We'll check it then. We'll check it later then. Thanks. You're welcome. I stay a good distance behind Natsuki, looking out the windows at the rainy landscape below and sighing heavily. The two of us head down to the lockers. Oh right, I forgot. For some reason, why would they do that? Why would they do that to Natsuki? And it's like, could they not have put it lower? Like, what? That's unfortunate. Her locker just has to be insanely high for whatever reason. As I approach my locker, I see Natsuki dragging a small stool over towards it. She notices me approaching and stops. Oh, am I in your way? Yeah, but take your time. I don't have anywhere to be. Looking a bit relieved, but still suspicious, he gets on the stool and begins unlocking the locker at the very top. As it turns out, hers is about 3 spaces above Meiji's. Why? Just switch thems. Just switch both of their lockers. The fuck? This doesn't really register for me as I'm busy in my own thoughts. However, Meiji notices and takes action before I do. Anthony, you think it's alright if we offer to switch with him? Wait, you can actually, wait, can you do that? I mean, it would make sense, I guess. Because, I mean, you just have to take everything out the locker and switch the locks. And then there you go. Or just learn the other combination. But I feel like that would be too much of a hassle. Or maybe they have to keep it on certain lockers. I don't know. It's been so long since I even been to school and had lockers. The last time I had a locker was like middle school. I didn't even have a high school locker. I mean, we had lockers, but I never used one. I don't even know how you would even be able to use one. Like if you could like get one. I don't fucking know. I look between our lockers and curse myself for a fool for not thinking about it before him. Why? That's a little bit belittling. Wait, no, I don't see why not. We can reach that locker better. That's the key. Do you want to switch lockers with me? Huh? Why? So you can reach it without the stool. Without that stool. Mine's right there. I indicate the locker in question. Once more, she looks at me with suspicion. What happened to Natsuki, bro? What? Who did what? Like, goddamn. Does everybody want certain things from Natsuki? Like, and have her do things whenever? Like what? Like, what has happened to Natsuki? Like, goddamn. Tell me already. This whole day it's been her asking, like, if we want something from her. Now I'm even more worried about her. What else could this version of Natsuki have possibly gone through to make her this distrustful? Nothing, I promise. I hold up my hands in an innocent gesture. It was just an offer. She stares at me. I can handle myself, thank you. Okay, no offer's always open if you change your mind. Uh-huh. She takes her school slippers off and slips on some older looking shoes and closes the locks on the locker and move the stool back after grabbing at a small umbrella, walks out to the rain. Damn, that was a bit harsh of her. I was just trying to help. Maybe I said something wrong here. We don't know all the specifics of this world yet. There are obviously some pretty big differences, but we don't know what or who has been affected. Well, as far as differently goes, everyone except for Yuri. Like, and Mori, I guess, because I can't really notice anything different with Mori. Obviously, Kotonoha is different. Yuri seems the same that her Act 2 self was. Natsuki isn't. She's more distrustful and everything. Like, she wasn't really, she was just like more so malnourished and everything. It was mostly her father. But like, now she actually has like a problem of her own. Who else? Kazue. Has there anything? Well, she stopped being a bully early on. But nothing else was really different that's notable that I can think of. I think that's it. So I don't know. We'll have to see everything in like day 1,000,000, because we still don't know what's going on, and it's only what, day 2 or day 1, because day 0 is a thing. Probably. I don't see how you could have said anything wrong. I would have said something similar anyway. Well, thank you. I take off the school slippers, grab Meiji shoes, and slip them on. And then after everything's put away, I grab the school bag and umbrella and walk out into the rain. As soon as we're more or less walking alone, I pull out Meiji's phone and make a call. Hello? I feel Meiji's inner smile at hearing her voice. I smiled a bit in response. Hey there, Sayori. The club just ended, so we're heading home now. Oh, that's good. How was school for you two? Is Monica there? I want to tell her too. Yeah, hang on. Hear some footsteps on the other line, and the sleepy-sounding Monica talking to Sayori. The conversation is brief, so I only hear bits and pieces of it. Okay, you're on speakerphone now. I get him. My smile immediately grows wider. Hey there, how's things been over there? Pretty good. I've been making sure Monica gets plenty of rest. I wanted to try making something for her, but, well, you know how that played last time, Meiji. Oh, I love Sayori. She's funny and adorable. My smile in Meiji's grows wider and I chuckle. No matter what, it seems Sayori is more resilient than her initial personality type leads one to believe. Plus, I can't leave, so... I nod in understanding, briefly forgetting that they can't see me. Well, thanks for being there for her. Monica, are you feeling any better? Better than before. Sayori's right. She's been pretty insistent on making me sleep, and it's helped. But what about you? I haven't had a chance yet to look over the script for today. That's partly why I called. Aw, you... Oh, you foxy woman, you! Oh, you boys didn't just call to check up on your two sexy ladies home all alone and lonely. I can't help. I burst out laughing. Meiji does too. I received some confused stares from the people on the street, but for that brief moment, I don't care. My laughter is mostly that of relief. If Monica can be this flirty, she's definitely getting better. And if Sayori can make some self-deprecating jokes, she's probably feeling a bit better too. My dear, you wound me. Of course, Meiji and I would call to you to check on you. I'm just teasing, Anthony. As am I. I take a moment to stop laughing and then clear my throat. Anthony, are you okay though? I'm mostly just drained. Mentally and physically. What happened at school today? Well, let's just say the mood at school is a lot more tense than I remember from last week. If you don't mind, I'd actually like to tell you when we get home. Of course. We'll be in this place classroom waiting. Wait, Monica, shouldn't we just look at the script? Yeah, maybe. Monica sounds a bit hesitant. Go ahead and take a look. Maybe there's something there that I missed, or maybe I'll have some information that it missed. Highly doubtful though, seeing as the script seems to be all-knowing. We'll see you when you get home. Have a safe trip back. Just be careful. The weather forecast saying the rain is gonna get worse as the week goes on. We will. See you later. Bye. I hear the sound of a phone closing on the other end. I close Meiji's and put it back in his pocket. Just then, I turn onto Meiji Street. The lights are still on, and as I silently walk back towards the house, Meiji is silent, almost pensive. The closer to his house we get, the more nervous I get. And not because I'm about to see Monica again. No, this feels like I'm about to walk into proverbial lion's den. Not because of the girls, but because of the dangers we'll be facing during the week. I had pushed those feelings down before school, but now they're resurfacing again. But now they're resurfacing with a vengeance. I stand in front of Meiji's house, looking at the typical two-story Japanese domicile. Domicile? I'm assuming I pronounced that right, and if I did, round of applause for me, for real. Guess my time in the club has made me think in, shall we say, fancier terms. At least in English. I grip Meiji's bag and umbrella tightly, my knees somewhat shaking. Anthony, what's wrong? Why are you so nervous? I don't know. Eager to see Monica again that badly, huh? Despite myself, I smirk. I could say the same of you, lover boy. It's his turn to get nervous, but that's not it, really. Oh, well, then what's wrong? I remain standing there, fear coming back up within me, like it's about to burst through my mouth. My breathing speeds up. I don't know. I'm scared. I gulp and lean against the closed fence, feeling a bit weak. I am too, man. But it's better to be scared inside where we won't be moments from collapsing. That is true. I smile slightly. Point taken. I trudge inside. I slowly walk in, removing my shoes and letting the bag and umbrella fall to the floor. I put on some slippers and head into the living room. The moment I see the couch, I walk over and my knees finally give out. I collapse face first into a pillow. All the tension I wasn't aware of feeling all day returns to me in one fell swoop. I can feel my body trembling. From somewhere I hear movement as someone walks in. Anthony? Meiji? Is that Anthony? I feel a comforting presence rush to my side. I peer up and see a very scared and concerning looking Monica looking down at me. Hey, Monty. Without hesitation, the emerald-eyed young woman begins hoisting me to my feet. Come on, let's head to the space classroom. I didn't even see what that said. I'm sure it had to do with me. I could just look at it. Oops, shit. She moves. Wait. I nod, not really in the mood to argue with her. She moves me towards the basement door, which has been replaced with a Sakura Academy sliding door. Sayori? From inside, I hear the pitter-patter of footsteps rushing towards the door. Monica? What's... Meiji? Anthony? Just be prepared to catch Meiji as he's passing through. Alright. Monica looks at me. Are you with the walk? I nod slowly and steady myself against the door frame. I steady myself against the door frame. I thought it said steadily. I was about to say that makes no sense. Well, see, I just can't read. My brain don't work. My brain isn't braining right now. 1, 2, 3. I find myself in Monica's slender arms. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Sayori holding Meiji as he finally recovers from my mind's effect on his body. Monica looks down at me with a worried look. My body begins reacting to my mind's own worries, and I begin feeling weak in the knees again. Monica leads me towards the couch and pats her lap. Lie down here. Her tone indicates that it's not a request, it's an order. I don't have much strength left to argue, so I comply, laying my head for the first time in Monica's lap. I close. I'm pretty sure this is the new OST, isn't it? I don't think I've heard this OST before. I mean, maybe it isn't, but I don't remember hearing this. I don't know. I close my eyes and feel Monica's hand stroking my hair. Her tender touch makes me feel simultaneously nervous and relaxed. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So technically, okay. If it was, then I mean, it makes sense why I haven't heard it. Because I've only ever heard two, remember two OSTs from the Christmas mod, which is obviously the main menu music, and then I think it was, what was it? All Work Together Now or something like that. I don't know. It was like something like that. Whenever they prepare the party, or whatever. I hear two footsteps I hear two pairs of footsteps approaching. Anthony, are you okay? Sayori sounds nervous. Shh, let him rest for a bit. Probably a good idea for both of us. I hear them both take a seat on the other part of the sectional couch. Monica continues stroking my hair. We remain like this for a while. Eventually, I slowly open my eyes. Monica is looking down at me with the most affectionate smile I've ever seen on her face. I smile back and reach up to take her hand. Thank you. Of course. It looked like you needed it, both of you. She nods and heads towards the other two. I see to my amusement that Sayori copied Monica's idea and is now comforting Meiji, whose eyes are closed. He's fast asleep. I slowly sit up and look over at Monica. I feel better now, and I think it's time I explain what happened today. It might be important. All right, let's head to the computer. Meiji looks too tired to move right now. Sure, sounds good. Sayori gives a silent nod, then continues her Meiji peppering. Monica and I quickly head over to the computer, and she turns on the screen, revealing the script. I said squid. Yeah, the script. Show me the script. Revealing the script window open. She points up to the point where I left the house. This is the first time you looked at the script, right? Yeah, I've been focusing more on rebuilding Sayori's trust today. That and taking her orders for rest. She says that last part a bit sheepishly. Fair enough. Alright, let's go over the script. She and I read through the events of the day. Me more so compared to my memory. The first event we see is Meiji and I met Sayako on the street. When Monica reads it, her eyes widen in surprise and worry. Sayori's mother. I had a feeling some things would be different for her, but I couldn't imagine all this. She looks over at Sayori. A look of guilt passes through her eyes. We were just as surprised as you are. And I couldn't help but curse whatever forces that is putting her through all this. It seems like Sayori's rain clouds have latched onto Sayako. Yeah, they have. Press the palms of my hands into my eyes and sigh. How the hell are we going to tell Sayori about this? She has access to the script, so we can't lie to her. I'm worried how she'll react, and that she'll try to do something reckless to help her. I glance over to Sayori, happily stroking Meiji's hair. Did I say that right? I don't even know. Whatever. I look up at Monica, and when she realizes she can't help her from in here, a look of horror fills Monica's eyes, and a moment of silent understanding passes between us. She shudders. I can tell that we both have the same dark memory playing through our mind. How we found Sayori. It's almost a certainty that something will happen to Sayori if she tries to leave the space classroom. But is it even worth to tell? Sayori? Can we take the risk of not telling her and hoping that she doesn't read the script? Monica takes a steadying breath and regains her composure. She glances over to Sayori, then back at me. We gotta tell it to her straight. Her gaze is sharp. Her eyes gleam with determination. I jump in surprise at Monica's steadfast expression. We need to be truthful to each other so that we can deal with any potential problem as a team. Also, I need to be truthful to her. With everything Monica has been through, she's trying her best to be a better person and a better friend to the people who matter to her. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of ways to lie to Sayori because I'm scared to face this situation head on. I'm a coward. Anthony? You're right, we need to tell her. It's her own mother. She deserves to know what happened to her, and she knows about me, and what she knows about me more this time around. Suddenly, a look of fear crosses over Monica's face. Oh yeah, we already covered that. Yeah, the pills. No, I haven't taken any more since this morning, and I promised Menji I wouldn't take them again. Monica's features relax, a wave of relief washing over her. Good. Well, I have to figure out a way to deal with Meiji's conditions without those meds. Agreed. Let's continue reading, and we'll talk with Sayori after. Alright. We continue reading through the events of the day together, double checking if the stories line up. Eventually we reach the small encounter between Kotonoha and Yuri at lunch. Unlike the rest, it's written in English, so Monica has trouble reading it. I both translate and explain what happened as I remember. Monica frowns at this. How was she acting off? It's hard to explain. Outwardly, Kotonoha didn't seem any less friendly than I remember her, although Natsuki did mention her a couple times when I tried to help her. I see. That's all she says about the event for a bit as we continue reading. When we reach the brief encounter with Ye, I see Monica clench her fist enough to make her knuckles white and her hand tremble with barely repressed rage. I try to reassure her with a hand over her fist, and she forces herself to calm down. Her eyes turn to worry when she reached the portion of the day where Natsuki did our homework in the club, and the rest of us had an impromptu study session. Honestly, Natsuki's behavior this time around is worrying me more, especially when you realize what her home life is like this time around. Yeah, like I said before, it isn't your fault. I'm trying my best to accept that, but it's hard, you know? I know, but just keep trying. That's all I ask. We resume reading. Monica smiles when we reach to the brief part of the day where Meiji and I offer the diminutive? I don't know. Teen a lower locker. That was so sweet of you. It was actually Meji's idea, believe it or not. My point still stands, although she reacted how I imagined. Except for the remark about you guys wanting something from her. That part has me worried a hell of a lot. We're gonna need to keep a closer eye on Kotonoha this week, at least as best as we can anyway. After what she said and what you told me, I agree. Speaking of that, are you coming to school tomorrow? She turns off the screen and turns towards me. I'm gonna try, yeah. The others might get suspicious and possibly try to call my parents. Right, that's true. Come on, let's go back and tell Sarah what happened today. I hope she'll take it alright. Monica nods and we both walk over to the walk over and sit down. I grit my teeth. Grit my teeth. Yeah, I grit my teeth, scrambling over where to start. Monica looks at me, her expression hardening. I'll handle this, Anthony. I nod to her, thankful that I don't have to be the one to say it. I know I'd mess it up anyways. Guys, what happened today? Monica takes in a long breath, then begins telling Sayori what happened with her mother. Her tone is even and kind, describing everything that happened with Sayako as delicately as she possibly can. Slowly, as she continues to speak, Sayori's eyes fill with deeper layers of dread, her skin turning pale as a sheet. Her hands quiver while she continues to stroke Meiji hair. Damn, I wish he was awake for this. I hope he isn't mad at us for telling her when he was asleep. By the time Monica concludes, Sayori is shaking, her breath heavy and labored. My mom, my parents, they aren't together anymore? My mom has no, anything but that. Monica quickly reaches her arm out and grabs Sayori's hand, shaking hand, holding it tightly. I can't speak for motherfucking shit. God damn. Sayori continues to panic, her eyes flicking between me and Monica and the sleeping form of Meiji. All I can do is sit here and watch. I'll sit there and watch, petrified of what Sayori will say or do. After a short time, Sayori regains control of her breathing, and her shaking begins to slow. Anthony, when you saw my mom, did she look okay to you? Well, think back to the encounter on the street. She seemed downcast, and she even cried when I told her about Meiji's medication. But, damn it, man up, say something to help here. What would Sayori do? I stand in front of the couch, I stand and crouch in front of Sayori so that I'm eye level with her. Sayori, your mom was incredibly worried about me, just like how you were worried about us this morning when we first told you about the pills. Sayori uses her free hand to wipe away the tears threatening to roll down her face. If that says anything about her character, even if she does have rain clouds, she is strong enough to push through them, just like you did. At this, the smallest of smiles creeps onto Sayori's face. You're right. My mom is strong. She had to raise me. A small smile teases my lips. She's still with us, thank God. The best way to help my mom and my dad is to fix this mess. With a deep breath, Sayori steels herself and looks at the both of us. Alright, what else happened today? With one last smile and a quick sneeze of Sayori's hands, I stand and return to my seat. Monica and I continue to describe the rest of the events that happened throughout the day. Sayori listens attentively, but never stops stroking Meji's hair as she listens. When we finish, Sayori looks thoughtful. Coco might be affected? Her thoughtful look became a worried one. It's just a hypothesis. For all we know, it could be nothing. If Natsuki is saying something about it, then it's definitely not nothing. You have a point. We'll all have to keep an eye on her. Us three at school, and you from here, Sayori. Sayori nods with determination. Anyway, that's all I have to report for today. From today. Sayori, if you want to look over the script later, feel free. I probably will. Distant. Meiji stirs and opens his eyes blearily. Did I? I did. I fell asleep. Feeling any better? Meiji sits up and stretches. Less tired, yes, but for some odd reason, I feel like I need a walk. Sayori smiles and stands up. Then you should go for one. Meiji looks hesitantly over at me. I shrug. Couldn't hurt, really. You too, Monica. Me? What about you? I'm not a child, you know. She pouts at us in that cute, adorable fashion. I can handle myself for a while. Take as long as you need. Meiji, Monica, and I exchange glances. Meiji is the first to... What? I don't know what that is. I guess that means agree. I guess that's what that means. I don't know. Fine, if that's what my girlfriend is ordering me to do, well, then what choice do I have? You make it sound so mean. Despite her face, she still hugs him back. I could use a walk, even if it is raining. Something to clear my head. Sounds amazing, not gonna lie. Anthony? I shrug. I was never the type of going for walks type. I was never the going for walks type back home, but if these two want one, I guess it wouldn't kill me to take a walk, I guess. Sure, let's go. The four of us head for the open door. Meiji and I take it. Okay, yeah. There's barely any pain this time. Now it just feels like small pins are piercing my body. Nothing major. Sayori and Monica are looking at me with worry. Sayori near the edge of the doorway, but not crossing it. By the way, my hand. Relax, the pain's gone already gone this time. Phew, that's good. Well, you three enjoy your walk. I've got some things to do in here anyway. We'll hopefully be back soon and make dinner for you. Dinner. Don't drool there too much, Sayo. Sayori blushes but also laughs while Monica and I chuckle. Well, now that the requisite Sayori teasing is out of the way, we'll be heading out. Wait, our clothes. I look down to my dismay and realize Meiji is still wearing his uniform. We never even changed into his casual clothes. As soon as I change into something more appropriate. Monica's waiting for me at the door with an umbrella in hand, some boots on her feet. We're off, Sayori. Have a good time. Monica and I walk through the door. The rain is still coming down, but it's not too bad at the moment. I never mentioned this, but I like this OST too. There's actually a few good OSTs in this, like the soundtrack for like both Act 1 and Act 2. Monica and I walk down the street, no real destination in mind. Streets are mostly empty. The occasional student, businessman, or woman walking past us or ahead of us. Monica keeps close to me, even if Meiji is silent as we walk. Listen to the raindrops on the ground in our umbrellas, and let my mind get lost in the rhythmic drum. We continue down the street, walking down the streets in silence. To my surprise, I'm not the one. I'm the one who breaks the silence. I love the rain, despite everything that's happened. Oh, you do? Monica looks at me a bit surprised. Yeah, especially rain like this. Not too heavy and very relaxing, especially from inside. Why am I talking about this? This is so mundane. Monica giggled silently. I know what you mean. I fell asleep every day because to the sound of the rain from outside. It was very relaxing. I smiled, my spirits starting to rise, albeit slowly. She and I definitely needed this temporary distraction. I'm glad you got some sleep. Hope it helps. More than you can imagine. I put a tender hand on her shoulder and give it a comforting squeeze. Thank you, Anthony. Could you ask her if Sayori slept too? I relayed Meiji's message. She did say she slept when I asked. Oh, thank goodness. Again, I relay Meiji's relief. She needed it more than I did, I think. Do you think it was a good idea leaving her back there alone? I mean, that room. Oh, don't worry. I hid it so she can't find it. Actually, it's not in the space classroom anymore. I feel from relief from Meiji. While I share the sentiment, I feel a twinge of worry. Where is it exactly? In my room? Well, Aiko's room anyway. Ah, got it. Hey, did you guys tell Sayori about our mom? I tense for a moment, but then I relax. Yeah, we did. She was worried, but she took it well. She just wants to fix everything so that she can see her again. Ah, I see. I'm glad she's alright. I wish I was there for it though. It's alright. It's not bad. No, I probably would have panicked too. It made her feel worse. I'm glad I was her security blanket at least. What a wonderful role. Anthony, are you alright? Huh? Oh, sorry, just updating Meiji on what happened when he was asleep. Alright, shall we continue then? Lead the way. We take another turn, and I look around. I don't recognize where we are now. Meiji, where are we? We're near the old church. Church? Your town has a church? A couple, I think. Got it. Look around, trying to locate the church. Guessing my intent, Meiji leads me down the road. Monica looks at me curiously. Anthony, is everything alright? I might not be super religious, but for someone like me, sometimes seeing a church is pretty relaxing in and of itself. It reminds me of my childhood, and I instantly think of my parents who would take me to church regularly when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm fine. Monica? Yeah? What if we go inside there for a bit? Point towards the church down the left road. How come? It's kind of hard to explain. Before she can ask further, I feel the wind pick up and the light flashes in the darkening sky. Well, at least until the rain tapers off a bit. I nod in agreement. We'll both head towards the church. When we reach the church entrance, just as the thunder rolls over. Wait. Did I read that right? We reached the church's entrance just as the... Okay, yeah. It just didn't sound right, but I guess. After shaking off our umbrellas and placing them in the foyer, we walked in the church. I sit in a pew near the back, leaning back and sighing softly. Monica sits next to me, and I close my eyes. Even though it is at a Sunday, we are really alone. A small gathering of people near the front or practicing an instrument and choir arrangement, presumably for church service. They don't take any notice of us and continue practicing. I feel Monica's hands slowly intertwining with mine. Into mine. Immediately, my mind wanders to the future. Yeah? I see myself wearing a tuxedo and staring into two bright and happy emerald eyes. The owner of said eyes was wearing the most beautiful wedding dress I've ever seen. I could somewhat hear a minister speaking the normal punctuation of the two of us being a husband and wife. I see myself lift her veil and lean in. Oh yeah? Well, why couldn't you just kept going, man? Come on, man. Well, back the truck up, Anthony. It's a bit early and presumptuous to be thinking about that. I look over at Monica. She's leaning against me, a calm, serene expression on her face. I guess the church atmosphere is getting to her in a good way. The choir takes that moment to take a brief break and scatters, either to talk in small groups or heading to the bathroom. Out of the corner of my eye, I see one of the choir members walk over to the church organ. That's when I see her. She isn't anyone in the choir. Her clothes are too casual for something like that. She's in the same pew as we are, only a few seats away. I'm pretty sure that's Yuri's mom, if I remember correctly from the demo. Her head is bowed as if she's in prayer. Not wanting to wake Monica, I turn away, but I keep a sideways eye on her. For some reason, she looks familiar. I haven't seen her before, of course, but for some reason, she reminds me of someone. And you know, whenever I saw her in the demo, like, I was pretty much convinced it was Yuri's mom. Because for one thing, she had a sprite. Like, anybody that is a character in here, that like you can actually see them, they have something to do with the story, and they'll have to do, like, you know, and it's like she resembled Yuri more than anything, so I was like, it probably is Yuri's mom. Monica stirs just then and looks up at me. Anthony? Didn't mean to startle you. You tensed up. I did? I turned back to the woman a few meters away. Monica looks past me to the woman. Who's that? Do you know her? No. She reminds me of someone I know. From your old life? No, that's the weird thing. I turn away, concentrating. Why does she look so oddly familiar? Monica looks at the woman curiously for a few moments more before turning away. We both sit in silence for a while. And suddenly I'm startled by the sound of a coughing fit. Turning quickly towards the sources, I see it's the woman. I quickly reach into my pockets and retrieve a handkerchief. Standing, I hurry over. Monica goes behind me. Here you are, ma'am. She takes the offered handkerchief and covers her mouth immediately. I look back at Monica, who's looking at the woman with concern. Looking around, I see a water dispenser nearby with some plastic cups near the end of the back pew. I don't even know what that is. What does that even mean? I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Okay. Monica moves before I can, vaulting quietly over the pews, filling up 2 cups of water. She then brings them both back. Here, this should help me. I said that in my voice by accident. The woman gratefully takes both cups and downs the first, then sips the other one as her coughing fit slows down. She smiles as she hands me the handkerchief back. Thank you, you two. The assistance is much appreciated. She continues sipping. I look at the handkerchief. To my shock, there's blood on it. Yeah, I remember that. Monica looks back at me with trepidation. I hurriedly put the cloth away. The woman finished the second cup, and Monica quickly stands up to grab some more. Feeling any better? Much. You have my gratitude once more. Glad to be of help. She smiles at me. Might I ask what brings you to this humble parish? I don't believe I've ever seen you or your friend here before. Mostly protection from the storm outside. My friend and I wanted to take a walk to clear our heads. Guess I wasn't a good DA. I smile sheepishly. Monica then returns, managing to carry 4 cups. She hands 2 to the strange woman, then hands 1 to me before sitting back down with her own cup. Ah, yes, the weather has been rather detrimental for head-clearing walks, which is a shame. I enjoy coming here to meditate, especially when my tutoring sessions are over. In an unusual way, it reminds me of the times my little brother and I would go to the cinema when we were younger. Her smile looks so familiar. Where have I seen it before? Are you a part of the choir? The woman chuckles and shakes her head. Oh, nothing like that. I merely come here because the church in itself is a comfort to me, even if I'm unsure what I believe anymore. I nodded understanding. I might not go to a regular church service anymore, like I used to when I was a child. But stepping inside a church always seemed to relax me. I also need to get out of my house while my daughter was at school. Oh, why? I'm not sure why I'm asking. It's none of my business. It's not like it's any of my business. My daughter is very much someone who has plenty of worries, especially when it comes to me. She would be very upset if she found me here. The woman smiles kindly at us. I hardly leave my house as it is. Damn. I forgot. I'm pretty sure she has cancer or something, right? I don't know what she has. Like, she has some. Well, obviously she has something. She's coughing up blood. Duh. But I don't know what. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they mentioned it, but I can't remember. Bringing the handkerchief away once more, I see more specks of blood on it. She starts handing it back to me, but I hold up my hands. That's alright. You need it more than I do. Are you sure? Of course. She smiles gratefully. Your generosity is much appreciated, young man. Thank you. You're welcome. She puts her hands in her lap and looks down. Silence fills the room once more. Finally, Monica speaks up. I hope it's alright to ask, but are you really okay? Should I call an ambulance for you? The woman shakes her head sadly. No, there's no need to trouble yourself. I've already been there many times. Monica and I exchange a worried look. It is cancer, so I was right. The cancer is too far spread to be treated properly. I feel the blood drain from my face. Monica goes pale too. I said Monica. The woman notices this and looks immediately sharp. I don't know what it is. Please forgive me, I didn't mean to ruin the mood. No, it's alright. She smiles a bit sadly. I certainly hope so. Just then, she takes a closer look at us. Pardon the personal query, but are you two high school or college students? We're in the last year of high school. We're in our last year of high school. May I ask where? Sakura Academy. The woman's eyes widen ever so slightly. Then perhaps you might know a daughter. Oh, we might. What's her name? Yeah, Yuri. Yoshika Miyuki? I feel like that's easy to say. Okay, so I'll call her Miyuki, I guess. If I can remember that. Suddenly, it all makes sense. This woman's mannerisms, her soft voice, and the black hair. Yeah, obviously the black hair. The black hair was like the main. Well, I mean, in his eyes, he probably sees every single person, not just like, you know. But for me, it's like, once I see this person, they have black hair. It's like, surely that's Yuri's mom. Obviously, in the demo, I didn't automatically assume that, but I was keeping it in mind that it most likely was. I cursed myself for not being able to see you before. I know her. Yuri. She's actually the vice president of my club. Miyuki. Okay. Miyuki looks at Monica with renewed interest. So you're Asano-san. Yuri has mentioned you occasionally whenever I ask her about her club activities. How is she doing in school? Monica purses her lips, trying to think of an answer. While she does so, I intervene to give her more time. I actually visited their club earlier today and met your daughter, ma'am. Oh, what was your impression of her? I believe the vice presidency suits her. She was very welcoming when I dropped in out of nowhere, and even made me some tea. That's my daughter, all right. She gets her love for tea from me, I'm afraid. But please, go on. Suddenly a bit nervous, I cleared my throat and take a sip of water. Yuri's a great addition to our club, man. Not just as vice president, but she brings a certain decorum to the club that enhances the atmosphere. She's very quiet and introverted, but passionate about what she loves. Miyuki smiles once more. I'm glad to hear she's doing alright. As her mother, I do worry about her often. Would it be too much to ask that you look after her? Especially if she's being picked on or bullied? She's very easily stressed, and I don't want her last year in school to be as full of fun and fulfillment as I want her last year in school to be as full of fun and fulfillment as possible. You have my word, Yoshika-san. Thank you very much. She turns to me. I can't ask the same of you, since you've only just met my daughter, but I'll keep an eye on her at least. She and I did speak during lunch today by sheer coincidence. Miyuki, I keep saying Miyoko. There's no O there, it's an I. Miyuki looks startled by this, but just nods. I'm grateful. Suddenly, I remember the brief conversation I heard between Kotonoha and Yuri. I frowned. Wondering if I should ask. Miyuki noticed my change in expression. Young man, is everything alright? Oh, sorry, just remember that something else going on. Does it involve my daughter? If so, please tell me. She looks deadly serious. For some reason, I have a hard time denying her. It's just that earlier when I was eating, someone approached your daughter and asked about you. I quickly relayed the conversation Kotonoha had with Yuri. Miyuki sighs softly. I do know Chiba-san. I've been hired by her family to be her personal English tutor. I try to keep things cordial, knowing who she is. Monica and I exchange brief but alarmed looks. I'm gonna need to look at this. Why did knowing who she is? Okay. Mom? Starting about the outburst, the three of us turn. Standing at the end of the pew is a very frightened and somewhat wet Yuri painting. She takes a minute to catch her breath. Yuri dear, are you alright? Yuri looks at her mom incredulously. I guess that's how you pronounce that. I should be asking you that. You know the doctor said you should be that you need to be resting. Yuri sounds more scared and upset than angry. Take some breaths, dear. I was just simply talking to these two. Nothing's rudeness, I swear. I promise. Yuri suddenly looks at the two of us, and her eyes widen as she recognizes us. Monica? Jizu-san? What are you doing here? Monica holds up her hands. Calm down, it's alright. Here, take a seat. I'll get you some water. Yuri doesn't so much sit as collapses at the end of the pew. Miyuki, stop saying Miyoko, fuck. Miyuki quickly sits at her daughter's side and begins making a fuss about her slightly damp hair. Monica quickly returns with a cup of water, which Yuri takes gratefully. When she fully recovers, she looks at her mom. My hair's fine, don't worry. Mom, how many times do I need to remind you what the doctor said? Sweetie, I needed to stretch my legs. I've only been out for half an hour. Yuri closes her eyes, brows furrowed worriedly. Mom, we should go home now. I already bought the ingredients for dinner on the way home. Alright, dear, just let me go powder my nose. Then I just realized that the two of them have been talking in English for the past few moments. Miyuki slowly stands and walks off. Wait, did I say Miyuki? I said Miyoko. Fuck. Don't mind me, I can't. English? Well, it's not even English, so maybe that's why. Monica, shouldn't you be at home resting? I thought you were sick. Monica smiles slightly. Feeling much better. It was a case of food poisoning, and that's pretty much past. I just needed some fresh air. Oh, I see. I'm glad you're feeling better, but why are you here, Chizu-san? English. It's hard, man. Japanese names is hard, man. It's like I can't. It's something I'm not used to, I guess, because like even after all this, like, you know what? No, because it's like it's needlessly complicated. Well, like, and it's not like that, but like in like every single anime that I've watched, or like in this case, like pretty much every main character in here has an easy name to say, and then we have these new characters that come out of nowhere. They just have really hard to say names for whatever reason, or their last name is just hard. I'm glad you're feeling better, but why are you here, Chisu-san? I feel like Monica and I are being interrogated right now. Doesn't help that whoever is playing the organ stop is awkwardly quiet. It's just awkwardly quiet. I went for a walk, and I just so happened to meet Asano-san is all, and we got to talking. Then we ended up here when it began raining harder, so we took shelter here, and that's how we met your mother. Yuri looks between us, slight suspicion in her eyes, but it's brief. I see. Monica pulls out her phone and looks at the time. Actually, I should get going. I'll see you two tomorrow. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow, you two. Depends on if I actually stop by the club door or not. Monica nods. Of course. We hope to see you there, too. Yuri, have a good night. And with that, Monica stands and walks past us, heading to the foyer. Looking briefly at Meji's phone. Me too, Yuri. Sorry that we detained your mom. Yuri smiles, but there's a tenseness behind it. It's alright. She just needs to follow the doctor's orders better. I smile back. Fair enough. Will I see you at the club tomorrow? I make a show of thinking hard about it. Not something I need to act much, since I haven't really made a decision about whether to go or not. Not sure yet. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed being there, but I'm just wondering whether I should wait to join a club until or after the festival, or join before. That is the next week, isn't it? Yep. Either way, either way, I'll think about it. All right. Have a safe trip home with your mom, Yoki.
English.
Have a safe trip with your... Oh my... Yes. I'm just gonna... You guys can read. Anytime I can't read, you guys will know what I'm trying to say. Stay safe yourself. I stand and stretch and walking past Yuri. I quickly grab my umbrella and walk back out into the rain. The rain has picked up a bit since we entered the church, save with the wind. But not by much. I begin walking back the way we'd come. When I turn the corner, I see Monica waiting for me, frowning slyly. What kept you? I had a brief conversation with Yuri. Couldn't just up and leave without looking rude. Oh, right. Sorry, that came out wrong. It's alright. You're stressed. I get it. She and I resume walking home, not saying anything, as both of us are lost in thought about recent events and revelations. Meiji, who's kept quiet for a while, finally speaks up. Any idea why Yuri lied about her living situation? It's actually a very good question. Maybe she's embarrassed. Maybe something. Maybe. So it's weird. Weirder than me controlling your body? Point taken. Anthony, what's wrong? You've been staring off into space for a while now. Oh, sorry. Meiji and I were just talking. What about? About why Yuri lied about her living situation this time around. Or last time around. Wait, so last time around? Pretty sure it's last time around. Yeah, last time around. Oh, right. What about you? What were you thinking about? I was actually trying to make sense of the conversation we just had with Yuri's mom. Mostly the stuff she said about Kotonoha. That is weird, isn't it? Wasn't it? I'm about to say something else when I see a horrified realization pass over Monica's face. My heart drops. Monica? She stops and turns to me right before we reach down the street. What's wrong with that? I tilt my head in confusion. I about to ask what she's getting at. What she clearly. So he said he doesn't speak English, so just. No. Was it? He told her that in English? Oh, right. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. Now it's clicking for me. Yeah, the conversation between Yuri and Kotonoha was in English. Oh, well, it was gonna... I literally should have just kept going. It would have explained it to me. I probably figured out in the demo and I forgot about it. I can almost feel my heart stop at the realization. Shit, I screwed up big time there. Dropping the ball doesn't even begin to describe my enormous fuck up here. Damn it to hell. I swear, ironically in English. Damn. He's speaking English better than me for real. I mean, I think. Probably. It's not hard to speak better English than me. Anthony, calm down. Calm down. Monica reaches down, grabbing my fists, and holds them reassuringly. Realizing that I'm about to lose control, I let my umbrella fall to the ground, facing the rain with my eyes closed. The cold rain on my face, along with Monica's hands in mine, were enough to calm my panicked and self-hating thoughts. What the hell did I do? Am I seriously gonna keep making stupid mistakes like this all my life? take a few deep breaths, letting the rain wash over me for a bit, as if it's washing the worries away. Not that it has that power, but I can dream, can't I? Eventually, I look back down at a worried Monica. I give her a reassuring smile. Oh, I know this one. This is, wait, what was it called again? Was it Rain Clouds or something? It was something Dual Sorrow. I give her a reassuring smile as I pick up my umbrella again and bring it over to me. Sorry, didn't mean to make you worry. It's alright, but what do we do now? I mean, what do we do? I'm pretty sure Yuri's mom is gonna talk to Yuri about that. Take a turn down the street. I don't know. I guess we just hope that she doesn't tell Yuri. But what if she does and talks to you about it? Look, it's obvious this time around that there's something off about Kotonoha Green. From what I've seen from what little I've seen from the script and what you told me, yeah. Let's try to come up with a clever lie then. Perhaps I'm secretly good at English. Monica closes her eyes, presumably in deep thought. That might work, but how are your English grades, Meiji? Mediocre at best. You're about to get a major upgrade then. It's possible that Yuri would go asking about your English performance, but highly likely since she doesn't necessarily go out of her way to... Okay, hold on. It's possible that Yuri would go about asking about your English performance, but highly unlikely since she doesn't necessarily go out of her way like that. Maybe. Still, I'll be more careful in the future. I keep saying that, but I keep slipping up. Please do. Alright, I'll probably end up ending the stream in a little bit. It's almost 2 hours in. I'll probably see how long it's gonna be. Probably just end the day, or like get to the end of the day and then end it there. But I'll see you later, man. I'll probably stream again at the same time, most likely. We reached Meji's house just then. Shaking off our umbrellas under the canopy, we head inside. The moment we reach the entryway, I peel off the jacket I'm wearing and tiredly hang it on the rack. Monica takes the umbrella from me and shakes them both off outside before placing them in their proper places. The two of us head to the space classroom. Meiji and I immediately split apart the moment we stepped through the threshold. The two of us, along with Monica, heads towards the couch. We're home. I called this out as the three of us collapse onto the couch in front of a surprised and immediately worried Sayori. What happened? Are you alright? I look up at Sayori and give a weak but my best reassuring smile. Just tired. Monica leans her head against my shoulders, eyes closed. Sayori quickly takes a seat next to Meiji and puts a comforting arm around him. Reflectively, he leans into our embrace. Seriously, what happened, you guys? You were supposed to have a relaxing walk. Monica doesn't move to talk. Her eyes just shut in exhaustion. We had an unexpected encounter. I take the next few minutes to explain since my body is the least physically exhausted. Sayori listens attentively, growing more worried as I continue relaying our brief talk with Yuri's mom. Monica and Meiji both don't say too much, not that I can blame them. They're both tired after what just happened, I'm sure. When I finish, Sayori looks almost beside herself with worry. I didn't know. No one knew. Don't go blaming yourself. She's about to respond when a pair of arms reaches up and pulls Sayori close. It's alright, Sayori. I'm just wondering why she hid it from us. Is it because she doesn't trust us? We all go silent at the thought. I feel a bit hurt at the prospect, but immediately push those feelings aside. I try not to think about the effect, mostly because I technically don't know Yuri that well. I mean, why would you tell me that after just meeting, right? Although, it doesn't really make much sense lying about it for other reasons. Once more, I put those thoughts aside. Probably overthinking this. For some reason, I start to feel unnecessarily angry. Shocked at my own reaction, I quickly suppress it. Suddenly, an idea comes to mind, but one I know might be very hard on certain members of our squad. Regardless of that, we're gonna need to make some plans, I think. Some more plans, I think. I slowly say out. Reluctantly leaving the comfort that Monica's hand on my shoulders provided, I turn towards the computer and then look back at the three. You guys go ahead and rest for now. I need to look at something. Standing, I slowly walk over and turn on the screen. As before, the script is minimized on the desktop, so I bring it up and look at it. Take some time to score through every file I can find in the main game folders. Some only open to gibberish, while others don't have what I'm looking for. Lastly, and with some trepidation, I start digging through the character files. I open a random one, Yuri's, and use the search feature, looking for something. I do find what I'm looking for, a setting that reads thought to script. However, when I try and select the Y option, an error message pops up, indicating that I need privileges for that action. I open another file, but with the same result. However, when I open mine, I find that I can make that change. When I click the Y option, but before I hit save, I lean back, bring up script once more, then turn to the others. Guys, are you too tired to come over here for a moment? I need to discuss something with you. I feel like I can see where this is going, and I know they're not gonna like it, if I remember correctly. I minimize the screen and bring up the main script document. Monica is instantly up, walking over to me and sitting close to me as the other chairs surrounding the computer will allow. Sayori Meiji walk up a few seconds later. When everyone is seated, I move aside and point to the screen. I'm sure we all know how the script appears here. I'm not sure I follow. I tap the monitor softly. This portion of the script shows us basic conversation and actions, but only from my perspective, or Meiji's, is hard to determine. But in the base game, we were able to see the protagonist's inner thoughts, or some of them at least. So why can't we hear? What's preventing us from looking at inner thoughts? Or surface thoughts at the very least? Did you find something? I did. Here. I maximize my character file. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed the spacebar. I maximize my character file, pointing at the setting I found. Everyone frowns, but especially Sayori. Guess I wasn't expecting that reaction from her. I found this setting in a couple of other character files, but only mine seems to work. I think we should turn it on. You're wanting to spy on your inner thoughts? Why? Preventative measures. You all know I have anger issues, right? Everyone slowly nods, Monica more slowly, causing me to feel guilty at how my anger hurt her. Well, I don't want it to be getting the better of me, and my thoughts can get pretty rage-filled, especially recently. So now that I found a way to broadcast my thoughts onto the script, no. Unsurprisingly, Sayori burst out her displeasure on this idea immediately. But I can't think of any other options to keep everyone safe. Why can't you? No, why you? Why can't it be me? Wouldn't mine work too? I take a deep breath and exhale slowly, shaking my head. Right now, I'm the more dangerous of the two when we're merged. Even last week, I did things in anger that hurt people. I don't want that happening here. Not without someone watching to keep me from going too far. I slowly turn to a still angry Sayori. I'm slightly scared to ask this of her, but I don't know if there's any other choice at the moment. You can forget it, Anthony. I'm not gonna spy on your private thoughts. It's not right. Oh, it's not that. I didn't really sleep that long. I slept for like 8 hours, and that was it. But I mean, you know, and then whenever I got up, I just got right to doing the live stream because I wanted to be able to stay up at least a good bit, but also get enough sleep. But it's like I would have to start streaming earlier because like I know when my mom gets here, it's gonna be, you know, a whole nother thing. I'm probably gonna be doing shit and everything, so I want to be able to live stream while I have time to myself. So yeah. But yeah, I'm still gonna end it there anyway, cause cause I feel like it's the best place to end it when I get to the next day. Damn, I knew she would be stubborn about this. I focused my complete attention on her. Sayori. I'm not doing the last name, fuck that. I now have her complete attention back. I know what you're thinking. I know you feel like it's a breach of privacy to see thoughts displayed for all to see, but right now, seeing as you're the only one who is in this classroom more than the rest of us, I'm gonna need your help on this. No one else would be able to. Meiji and I will be outside, trying our best to stop the game's script, and Monica will be helping with that. I look at her. What, did you expect me to stay home from school all week? I wouldn't have blamed her if she had. The poor girl has sign of PTSD, not to mention her bruised wrist. You, the school idol? You'd be sorely missed. She smiles a bit. Meiji smirks, and I smile back. Only Sayori isn't laughing. Damn it, guys, this isn't funny. I refocus on Sayori. No, it really isn't. I know that. But it might be our only way to prevent things from getting too out of hand in the event of the unforeseen. What if we have another encounter with Ye, or some new enemy we don't even know yet? It's still wrong. No one should have that kind of power. Monica, you agree with me, right? Monica sighs. I think I would have to agree with Anthony in this case. No offense to you, Anthony, of course. I'll take it. Sayori looks shocked at Monica's response. So you're calling Anthony a liability? No, not at all. What I'm saying is we need every edge we can get. And if Anthony says only his mind has the permissions, we should use it. Oh, come on, it's not that bad, Sayori. Like, I know it's like, well, it is bad, but like, I can understand why, but like, it's true. We need every edge we can get. We need anything possible to get this right. We're trying to get a world back, for Pete's sake. We're trying to be able to live our lives with all our friends that we made or we have. What about you, Meiji? You can't seriously be thinking this is a good idea. See, Meiji wince. Meiji, if you disagree, I won't blame you. Thanks. Honestly, I don't know what to think at this point. You're both making very compelling arguments. Meiji, I'm sorry, Sayori, but you both have good points. Our track record is 0 for 1 at this point. We're losing. Monica's right. We need this edge. We need it badly. Sayori looks almost betrayed by this. But on the other hand, I'm not sure I'd be comfortable opening your mind for everyone to see. Thoughts are dangerous to read. Honestly, I'm torn here. Just then, as if realizing what she's putting Meiji through, Sayori's expression softens. Meiji, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that. I just hate the idea. There has to be another way. God damn those tears. I wouldn't be asking you I wouldn't be asking this of you if there was. At least one I can see. We're on war right now, and we don't really know who or what our enemy is. We needed to treat it as such. A lot worse has been done in actual wartime. That doesn't make it any less wrong. Sayori appears to be slowly breaking, her moral defense slowly crumbling. I feel the guilt slowly building and decide to give her, I don't even know what I said. Fucking accidentally clicked to give her the last word. I don't want to force you. All I ask is you take some time to think about it. If you say no, everyone will respect the decision. Right, everyone? Meiji nods empathetically, while Monica's is a little bit more reluctant. I immediately flash back to what the script said about our empathy stat. Alright, I promise I'll think about it. Thank you. With that uncomfortable topic set to the side for a brief while, I clap my hands. In the meantime, we should get some food. I don't know about you, but I was getting hungry while in Meiji's body. This is what? I guess it's like the best OST that fits here. Do 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 do. Hell, I haven't eaten anything in this body since I got here. My stomach rumbles in response. Everyone smiles a bit, and the mood somewhat lifts. Meiji, why don't we head in the kitchen so we can make some dinner for everyone? Sure thing. Monica, I'm gonna guess you didn't have time today to teach Sayori about what you do know about coding, right? She nods. Are you asking me to teach her? Yeah. I'd be glad to. Great, thanks. Thank you, Monica. Of course. Monica and Sayori both head to the couch. Meiji and I keep saying me and Meiji, but it's Meiji and I. Meiji and I walk to the open door and step through. I search through the fridge and pull together ingredients. I'm not sure what I want to make yet, so I pull out Meiji's phone and browse the net for common vegetarian dishes. Hey, are you really okay with your proposal about having Sayori keep an eye on your thoughts? What do you mean? What if you think something she really doesn't approve of, or something awful? Thoughts are just that, thoughts. It's how we act on them where they can become a problem. Plus, if I begin thinking something, and that plague glitch shows up again, that's at least some advanced warning shit that shit's about to go down. Yeah, I suppose. There's some silence as I half-heartedly read some of the recipes online. You really wanted to agree with Sayori fully, didn't you? I did, yes. I didn't want her to be alone in that decision. I felt like we were ganging up on her. I just wish there was something we could do for her. Something I could do for her. She's really getting the short end of the stick here, isn't she? Don't get me wrong, we all are, but this isn't something I want to place on anyone's shoulder. Hers especially. Yeah, she's had to grow up very fast. Her innocence is lost. Lost? I don't think so. Think of it as her innocence being on vacation for the moment. We're stuck in this pretty shitty situation, so her normal behavior has to step aside for a moment, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does. I just miss that part of her, you know? When we get through this mess, I'm sure she'll return to normal. And perhaps a large celebration will be in order when we're sure things are okay. She'll like that, I'm sure. No doubt. Take another look through their fridge. Find something very simple. Huh? I wasn't aware Japan had fish sticks too. I pulled a box of frozen fish sticks out. I took
English.
I pull out a box of frozen fish sticks and look it over. Caped cods? Really? There's a store in town that has foreign food. Mom likes to shop there sometimes. I spot some frozen fries in the freezer and pull them out. Placing them on the counter, I turn my head and call down the hall. Hey, you guys! How do fish sticks and fries sound tonight? That sounds fine to me. Ooh, fish sticks, yes please. Sayori sounds a bit better. Coming right up. Sometime after I begin prepping to cook, I hear Sayori shouting something, but this time she sounds excited. I did it! Oh wow, Sayori, I never thought about that. What's going on in there? Sayori might have found a way to add rooms in here. Oh wow, that's pretty good news. Perhaps you and Sayori can sleep together for real. Hey, not that way, and you know it. Besides, it might be good for her. I doubt she would want to spend tonight sleeping alone in an orbiting classroom. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, she's pretty much gonna be spending the days alone until we get home, or unless we visit her while at school. Should we try and visit her during lunch? If we have time, but we should at least buy her lunch or prepare something for her before we leave. Fair enough. Oi, like I said, that's my catchphrase. Smiled a bit in response. I'm glad Meiji's filling up to jokes again. To making jokes again, at least. Meiji and I don't say anything to each other. Instead, just waiting for the food to finish while listening to the raging storm outside. Seems to have gotten worse. I go to the fridge and grab 3 bottles of melon soda and bring them to the space classroom. Who wants melon soda? Soda. Sayori and Monica both look up where they were both seated at the computer. Me. God, I really needed that winning Sayori smile today. Monica's smile, though, fills me with hope for our future even more. Sure, I'll take one. How long until the food is ready? It'll be ready in a little while, don't worry. Thank you again, Anthony. You're welcome. I smile at her reassuringly and head back into the kitchen. I read over the instructions again, then set a timer and sit at the table. Meiji's exhausted body slowly catches up to me, so I pull the timer closer, just in case I doze off and lay my head on the table. Sorry I tired your body out so much, dude. It's not your fault. I'm the one who wanted to go out for a walk. And with that, the two of us just sit there in silence, listening to the relaxing sound of the rain on the garden outside. The minutes slowly pass as I try not to fall asleep. A couple minutes before the timer goes off, I sneeze. Brings me to a state of more alertness. I sit up and shake off the cobwebs. Uh-oh, either someone's talking about me or I'm coming down with a cold. Let's hope it's the former. But it could just as easily have been just a sneeze. I hope so too. We both wait until the fish sticks and fries are done. I serve them up on 4 plates, then turn back to the space classroom. Okay, dinner is served. I hear some brief commotion from the space classroom. Monica quickly runs in. I'll take them in. All 4? You sure? I'll be fine. Sayori's on standby near the door. She takes 2 plates and rushes down the hall. Moments later, she returns and grabs the other 2 plates and the ketchup bottle. I'll be right there. I just gotta clean up. Hurry up or your food will get cold. She heads back down the hallway. I move the now empty trays to the sink where I rinse them off, then quickly wash them with a soapy dish rag placing them back where they belong. Us as the biggest slobs here. Certainly, I hope you're not insinuating something here, a responsible one. Me? Insinuate anything against you? My good sir, you doth wound me so. Or doth, I don't know. Yes. Both of us laugh. Some of the daily tension dissipating. I don't fucking know. English. I can't English. Do I have to get in the mic and say English again? As I dry off the now clean trays and put them away. Now then, we should get going. Food awaits. Good, I'm starving. Hi, Anthony. Hi, starving. I'm Anthony. That sounds like... he just like me for real. That sounds like a joke I would say. He sounds exasperated but partially amused. Dad jokes transcend languages, my friend. That is very true. Yar yar. That's revenge for me using it on you, isn't it? No comment. The two of us chuckle as I head down the hall. The two of us separate the moment we pass the threshold. We're looking at each other. We're looking at each other before we both burst out laughing. Monica and Yuri are looking at us with curious expressions. Eh? What's wrong, you guys? They're sitting at the couch, setting it up for use as a dinner table. Nothing's wrong. Meiji here just can't appreciate dad jokes is all. Oh, I can appreciate him alright. I've just heard him already. I've heard him already. We both headed to the couch and sit. Of course you have. Aren't dad jokes only for dads? Au contraire, my dear. Dad jokes are for everyone. Care to share some? I've never heard some. I haven't heard many. Get ready. We get ready then, but first... I don't know how to say the word, and I never said it in my life, so it makes sense why I don't know how to say it. The others quickly repeat what I've said and start eating as I go over some of the more common dad jokes. I'm not sure why that's the topic of dinner discussion, but it's a welcome distraction. It's really a relief to see both girls laughing their asses off, while Meiji simply smirks at my antics throughout dinner. Halfway through our meal, the topic changes to a somewhat serious topic. Our futures. Not game related, but in general. Siri's still recovering from one of her laughing bouts. Wipes tears from her eyes. Dad jokes are so funny. Hey, speaking of dad jokes, Anthony, do you ever think about being a dad? I'm a bit surprised by her asking a more serious question. Okay, well, that's not quite true. I'm more surprised that Sayori is the one who asked me that. Especially because of the conversation we had about her parents. Me? A dad? Of course she is. Yeah? She's very interested? I don't know why. I'm a bit nervous by the sudden interested look I'm given, and I lean back and consider. You know, I haven't really given it much thought. Before I came here, I was mostly focused on getting my college degree, so romance and being a parent wasn't really a priority. It just seemed so far away. But now that you ask, I put on a thoughtful look. You know, right now I'm not exactly ready, given the situation, but somewhere down the line, I think I would like to be a father. Not with a big family, but I imagine at least having 2 children. Just me, my future wife, and my 2 children. Why 2 children? I shrug. I've always been an only child, and for me, I don't know if I would want to deprive any children of that sibling companionship. It's not all it's cracked up to be. How so? Well, Aiko and I are cool now, but growing up, they'd get into some pretty childish fights sometimes. So you'd want only one child? You only want one child? I never said that, but now that you ask, perhaps no children at all. Aw, how come? Well, I don't know if I'll turn out to be father of the year or something. I'm pretty laid back and an otaku, after all. Dude, my parents are the same, and if they can raise me pretty well, I'm sure they could. I'm sure they would be you would be a great dad. Especially with Yuri there as the mom. Yuri blushes. Monica chuckles softly, and Meiji just remains Meiji. Oh yeah, yeah, I guess so. Well, I want a family too. Probably a big. You have a lot to give. Too much love, Yuri. You shouldn't have had to be thrust in the situation. I smile at her, as do the others. As I think about it, I realize in their own ways, each club member would definitely be a loving and great parent. You think so? Thanks. He's right, you make an awesome mom. I learned from the best. She stands there, proudly beaming. I'm glad she's taking all the news about her mom well enough. I turn to Monica, curious now. Hey Monty, what about you? Yeah? Yeah, good. Thanks, Sayori. I needed that. I definitely asked for that. You could have just stayed here. Sayori pushes Meiji away, giving us a playful wink as she heads away with her boyfriend. Ugh. Meanwhile, Monica looks a bit startled by my suddenness. Well, I do kind of like the idea of being a stay-at-home mom. I think having children is one of the ultimate displays of love between a couple. I just want the father to be an integral part of their lives. Well, of course. She looks up at me. Well, if we eventually become a couple and got to that point, would you be in their lives? Monty, you know of course I would. No doubt in my mind. Any kids I have would mean the world to me. Monica looks a bit relieved at that. I'm sorry, I just wanted to be sure. Even when I know about her upbringing, I'm not surprised she feels this way. Perhaps she feels like her biological father abandoned her despite everything. Jesus, these poor girls have had rough lives. I wish this damn situation didn't have to add more to that weight. Well, this was an unusual discussion to have. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Leaning back, I take a look around the room. Something suddenly catches my eye. Sitting back up, I look at the wall opposite to the windows. Where there had only been an empty wall, aside from the computer, I now see 3 doors. I pointed at the wall. Is that what you and Sayori were talking about earlier? Monica follows my finger and grins. Oh yes, those are the ones. What are they for? Meiji looks just as curious. Looks as curious as I feel. Come on, Meiji. You don't expect me to just sleep on the couch all the time, do you? Wait, you made a room for yourself? It took some time doing, but once we cracked the sequence, it didn't take that long to repeat it. To be honest, it was just mostly a simple copying and pasting. We find out how to use the script to make copies of existing rooms, so we pasted them beyond those doors. Clever, but why 3? Anthony, a lady does have some needs, not just a bed. Duh. I don't even want to think how she dealt with that beforehand. So you have a bedroom and bathroom. Is the 3rd room a shower room? No, the 2nd door has a shower and bath, and the same room has a toilet. The 3rd room is a spare bedroom. chuckle and close my eyes, rubbing them a bit. Got to think of it, my own body is physically tired, and it hasn't had some daily needs met. Does the water in the bathroom work? Somehow, yes. I'm not even sure how. Well, I'm gonna put that in the it ain't broke column. Is it okay if I use it? Of course. I stand and walk over. Which door? The center one. I hesitantly open the door. Okay. W bathroom. The bathroom looks decently big, and like Sayori said, there's a toilet in the outer room. I turn on the faucet, and a stream of water comes through. I could even make hot water. After I'm finished with the facilities, I wash my hands, splash some more warm water on my face, then head back out. I hear muffled voices coming from my left. I turn and see one of the doors open. I walk in. The other three are in what I assume is Sayori's temporary bedroom. She's sitting on the bed while Meiji's looking around curiously. Monica is leaning against the doorframe, watching with a smile. I'm gonna guess this is your room, Sayori? Yep. Monica turns back to me and smiles a bit. Feeling better? Much, although I am tired. Same here. Think it's too early to crash? No, what time is it? Meiji looks at his phone. It's almost 7. You two should get some sleep. You've all had a long day and you'll need your strength for tomorrow. She's right. Meiji, Anthony? Even if you're both in one body, you should both sleep. Wait, are you suggesting we sleep in the other bedrooms and not Meiji's? I think it would definitely help, especially being in here away from the script's interference. She makes a good point, but knowing her, she's got another, more personal motive in mind. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I know I wouldn't. So bring it on, baby. I don't think I read that. Yeah, I suppose you have a point. Meiji, do you need anything from the house before we sleep? Not sure. Maybe we should have one more look to see. Sounds reasonable. Ladies, we'll be right back. The two nod in understanding as the two of us head to the open door. The two of us approach and pass through again. After briefly recovering, I walk up to Meiji's room. Alright, what should we take with us? Definitely not those pills. Not after this morning. Agreed. Let's see then, what else? I grab Meiji's phone charger as well as some spare clothes for Meiji to sleep in. He also says we should grab some toiletries and directs me to the closet in the hallway. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Alright. We both look around in the closet, pulling out 4 toothbrushes for us all, a stick of toothpaste, and a spare shampoo, conditioner, body wash combo. I also grabbed shower washcloths for everyone, as well as a spare roll of toilet paper and 4 towels. Mama's gonna kill me when she finds out. I'm sure once she realizes why we did this, she'll understand. She was willing to let Monica stay here last time, after all. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of anything else to close the closet door. Got everything you think you'll need in here? Monica standing in the doorway, arms held out towards us. Pretty much. I hand her all that I'm carrying as she quickly carries them aside. Meiji and I walked in the classroom again. Once we separate, Meiji scratches his head with a concerned look on his face. If those pills were bad for me, will I have any lasting effects from taking them at this point? And how the hell are we gonna deal with my whatever without him? Sayori walks up and takes Meiji's hand reassuringly. It's okay, Meiji. We'll figure something out. Monica looks back out looking at everyone. Okay, everyone, the bathroom is all set up. Now all we need to figure out is sleeping arrangements. I'm with Veggie. Sayori clings to her new boyfriend with a wide grin, but I do notice that her grip on his arm is tight. Meiji is about to say something when he and I exchange a glance. I give him a small shake of my head. He gives a worried, why, something great. I don't remember. Okay, I know when not to argue. Yay, sleepover! You gotta love Sayori, man. Then Sayori almost drags Meiji into the bathroom and closes the door. Or bedroom, I said bathroom. I guess Meiji isn't getting that shower he wanted. Monica looks over to me and suddenly look a bit shy. Anthony, I hope you don't mind sleeping with me. It doesn't have to be the same bed, of course. We still have the futon Sayori used, and I can use it if... Monica, relax. You're talking too fast. She takes a deep breath. I don't know why, but I'm a bit nervous. Oh, Monica, it's because you're about to sleep to the next person you love. I feel the same. And you're the one teasing me all the time. Can't take what you dish out. Hey, that's not fair. No need to be so nervous. Just take a few breaths and calm down. We both need to be extra alert for this week. Monica takes a few deep breaths, then looks at me seriously. Right, you're right. Come on, I'll show you the room. She heads to the third door and opens it. This is a really good bedroom. This looks like a hotel bedroom, if I'm being honest. Nice room, pretty cozy too. Thanks, Anthony. She clears her throat. Go ahead and get settled in. I'm gonna lock up the house and turn out all the lights. Or turn all the lights out. Alright, that's probably a good idea. Thanks. She heads out with a small smile. I take the time to get ready for bed. After I brush my teeth, splash some warm water on myself. Yawning, which I'm doing right now. I head back to the bedroom. Monica hasn't come back yet, so I turn off the lights. I set an alarm, plug it in to charge overnight, crawl into bed, and close my eyes. Oh, right, something's... Okay. I'm not gonna lie. How much more is this gonna... I might need to end it at some point, because, like, my mom's gonna be here at some point, and I'm not gonna... I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna end it whenever the day ends. But I forgot what happens next. We go, and then she's like, Anthony, come here. Is this like someone outside or whatever? And I just cause away, and we end up following her. I remember that from the demo. You need to see this now. I throw the covers off my bed as she rushes out. Sayori runs... Sayori? Monica runs to Sayori's room and knocks hard. The others come out looking confused. Monica, what's wrong? You need to come with me. I need to show you and Anthony something outside. Meiji looks at me curiously, but I just shrug. Please hurry. Sayori, Meiji, and I exchange looks. Alright, Meiji, let's go. He nods and heads back and heads to the door. Sayori, since you can't leave, I guess I'll keep an eye on the computer. She heads over to the PC and turns on the screen. I rush over to the open classroom door where Meiji is waiting. We step through. Rush down the hall and into the living room. You can't hear the rain anymore. Monica, why didn't you turn on? Shh. She motions me over to the window and points out. I walk over, she grabs my shirt, pulling me closer. Look. I see a girl in the Sakura Academy uniform slowly trudging down the street. What is... It's Kazue. I look again. Sure enough, there she is. Walking down the street with a somber expression on her face. She's looking at the ground as she passes. Look at Monica with a small frown. What is she doing here? It's so late. I don't know, but she did look at Meji's house too. Okay, that's not suspicious in any way. Took another look outside. Monica, I'm going out. Stay here. Wait, what? Why? You said she looked at this house, right? We don't know why she's here, so we should make sure she's not going to try anything. Fine, but I'll come with you. Oh. No, go back to the classroom. She can't know you're here. So your cell is the only way we can keep in touch. That set my mind in a moment. But be very careful, understood? I don't want you getting into another fight with her. I don't care. No. I don't plan on confronting her directly tonight. I just want to see what she's up to. Alright, I'll head back to the classroom. She quietly but quickly makes her way back. I head to the door, almost reaching for the umbrella, then pause. The rain did stop after all. I silently open the door. Quietly I sneak out into the rainy landscape. Heading down the street after the ever-diminishing causeway. As I approach, I see she stopped in front of a house. Meiji, I see it. Causeway is standing in front of Sayori's old house. She's too far away from me to see what she's doing. Suddenly I make my way closer to her, trying to keep her from spotting me. That is a very good artwork. I like that. Finally, I get close enough to see her expression. What's with that looks in her eyes? Meiji, you're seeing what I'm seeing, right? Well, duh. Not what I meant. Look at her expression. Oh. Too far to hear what she's saying. I'm too far away to hear, but I can see she's saying something. Unfortunately, I'm not a lip reader. Why is she here? I guess as good as mine, dude. Just then, I feel a drop of water on my nose. The rain begins again. I look back at Causeway. She doesn't seem to notice the rain. She just continues to stare at the house. She doesn't make any moves. Just allows the rain to soak her uniform. Wait, uniform? It's past 7. See, I look at Mitty's phone, see that I have a text from Monica. What's going on out there? Causeway's just standing at Sarah's house. What? Why? I wish I knew. Right now, I'm trying to keep an eye on her. Let you know. You'd better. I put the phone away and once more look over at Causeway. Why is she just standing there? Anthony, we should go talk to her, see what's wrong. She's been acting weird all day. No. What? How come? The less people get involved in this, the better. I say this, but this is highly suspicious. Why would she be looking at Sayori's house? What am I missing here? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't figure it out. So Causeway puts her umbrella over her head and walks back the way she came. I hide behind a nearby fence, keeping a subtle eye on her. God, if someone sees me like this, I'll look like a stalker. I look up at the sky again. I can't think. My head's all scrambled. Why in the world is Causeway be out here this late at night? Why was she looking at our houses? Well, Meiji's and Sayori's former house. Do you think she remembers? See, I'm trying to think what it means. Because, like, I can't say she remembers, but it has to mean something. Because there's no way there has to be a reason she's looking at our house and Sayori's house specifically. Maybe it'll be answered later on. Reiji's sudden question startled me out of my thoughts. Remembers what? Sayori. I paused, everything clicking into place. It's gotta be that. It's the only explanation that so far makes sense. It makes sense, doesn't it? Why else would she be here? I know. I'm gonna have to talk to Causeway about it tomorrow. Damn right we are. Could she be a potential ally? Where it's so easy. Walk out from behind the fence. Let's go back home. We should really get out of this rain. No kidding. What happened? Sari and Monica listen patiently as Meji and I tell them what we saw. After we finish, Monica and Sari go silent, thinking, we need to talk to her tomorrow. I agree. No argument from me. Then it's settled? I think so, yeah. It's just too weird of a coincidence for her to just show up and not remember anything, right? Agreed. Clap my hands together. But for right now, I think we should all try to get some sleep. I rub my eyes tiredly. Not that I'm dismissing anything that just happened, but we're all exhausted enough as it is. We all need a good night's rest to clear our minds, I think. The other three nod in approval. Right before I turn into the new bedroom. As you can see, I'm very good. I can finally take a shower by myself. I laugh in a Yuri with a miming a cheerful, proud expression. They grow up so fast. The girls burst out laughing and Meiji looks a bit embarrassed, but unsurprised. Just like that, everyone heads to their respective rooms. I walk into the room in the far right, just behind Monica. I walk up to the bed and collapse onto it, groaning. Hey, are you okay? I believe that's my line. I'm fine, trust me. It's just been a long day. But I'm serious, are you okay too? Yeah, just exhausted is all. I move over and sleepily pat the free side of the bed. Hop in. I won't bite, I promise. Monica turns off the light and shuts the door and walks over to me. She slowly gets under the covers. I can feel her warm body up next to mine. Anthony? We're both whispering now. The only sound other than us talking is the unusual rumbling the space classroom makes. May I hold your hand tonight? It'll help me. Without replying, I reach out to take her slender, cool hand in mine. She blushes hard and squeezes it back. Thank you. No problem. Let's sleep. We lay there for a while. Finally, I realized that she's holding my hand with her bruised one. Monica? I reach over and gently touch the bruise. She winces a bit. No matter what happens, I will never hurt you like this. I promise. She smiles at me gratefully, squeezing my hand ever so much more. Thank you. That means a lot. She moves closer. I love you, Anthony. Me too, Monica. Sleep well, Monica. She moves a bit closer. You too. I close my eyes as well, finally allowing myself to drift off to sleep. Tuesday. Alright, now that I've finally got past the first day, I think it's about time to end this. This game is so long. I mean, I can appreciate it though, because it certainly is enjoyable. I'm pretty sure that's where the demo ends. I'm pretty sure. So now we'll finally get something new. Instead of having to rewatch basically everything we've already seen. Obviously, I just didn't want to end up like skipping over something that was actually new, like I did last time. So yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying this mod. Told you, this is the best mod ever made. It's not even. I don't even know if it's finished yet, and it's still the best mod. But I'll definitely continue tomorrow, probably the next time, like the same time that I did today. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.